So today we're going to be talking about perspective. So perspective is one of those things that we don't hear a lot of people say much about, but it is kind of the root of all arguments, all disagreements, all conflicts. And no two of us are the same. We're all different people, and we all come at life with different perspectives, which means we interpret the same event different ways. So when we are coming at something, we need to understand the other person's perspective. Every time there's an argument, every time there's a disagreement, every time that you could come at something and assume somebody else's intentions, or want to judge those intentions because it makes you feel good to judge somebody else's intentions, or it makes you feel good to put whatever prejudices you have, whatever negative connotations on life you want to, makes you keep building that story in your mind that this is unfair, or I'm treated this way because of this reason, or this is happening because of this. You can find anything, somebody turning left on a road way ahead of you as fulfilling whatever negative impression you want of life. You can do it. Every single situation in life, you can build that negative story. That story of the world is against me, that fate is against me, that why does this keep happening to me? You have the power to do that to anything. Even sitting down in that chair. You have the power of saying, God, this chair was made for so-and-so, not for me. The world is against me. This pencil, the air, the temperature, the wind. I mean, I'm doing stupid things, but we all do it. If you think about it, we all have these prejudices. We all have these rose-colored glasses that we can look at. And we can either look at life and say that we define it, or we can look at life and say life defines us. And we can look at these things that have happened to us in our lives and say, why does this always happen to me? Why do people always treat me this way? And fill in the blank. Now, sometimes there are some legitimate reasons and some legitimate times where people are treating you unfairly because of X, Y, or Z. But I would guess those are few and far between compared to the ones we make in our minds mean that and perpetuate a negative story. So the next time you have something that doesn't fit into your worldview, you feel insulted, you feel someone didn't do their job properly, the first thing you should probably do is ask yourself what that other person's perspective is. Where are they coming from? How can I understand them better? If you do that, you might just be surprised that you don't think that they're a SOB, but you might actually learn something. It's like this healthcare debate that is happening in Washington. Let's think about this. What happens in Washington? Nobody is talking about the issues. Nobody is wanting to come together and figure out the other person's perspective. All it is throwing names at each other, saying how the other party is horrible. The exact thing that the Democrats did to the Republicans with Obamacare is what the Republicans are doing to the Democrats now because they have majority. Are you kidding me? What is the other person's perspective? I was at a conference years ago, and it was an all-men conference. Okay, we were in this huge stadium. And the announcers and the organizers of the conference could not stop getting people to throw things at each other. There were paper airplanes, there were lunch bags, men, a whole stadium, 30,000 men. And they kept getting out saying, hey, someone just got poked in the eye with a paper airplane. This is dangerous. Please stop doing this. And we couldn't do it. The whole conference. They couldn't stop men from being 12-year-old boys. I don't think that person lost his eye, but I'm sure he wasn't happy. We didn't have the perspective of the female gender there to smack us upside our head and say, hey, you're adult men. All right? So let's think about perspective. Let's think about where the other person comes from and what they can offer. Because when we do that, we might just grow as people. Let's have a great day.